So we've had a delivery of wood, as you can see. There's a few different bits there. You've got the roof sheets, which are these bits. You've got the flooring, which are these bits, and you've got the framing, which is all of these bits down here. So that is going to be my new shed, and it was all brought down here in the tractor, which I've tied the trailer onto the back because we don't have a trailer for the tractor. I need to sort something out about that. I just literally tied it on with just bits of string. Perfect, it worked. So please excuse the wind, I still don't have a socky thingy for the GoPro-y doodad. So yeah, the shed is going to go here, but I've got a horse box in the way, and I've got a load of gear that was just basically dumped here when we moved here from the other place. So it's all just been dumped, but all needs to be moved out of the way, ready to build the shed. The shed is going to be 4.2 meters by, I think it's 2.4 meters. So it's a big old thing. I'm not sure if they've ordered all the wood if they have delivered all of the wood that I ordered though. We'll see. But either way, yeah, it's going in there. It's going to be a pent style, P-E-N-T. And basically what that means is rather than the roof having an apex on either side, it's going to be gently sloping down to one side. So it will slope from the back to the front. Actually, I can show you an example because I've just spotted. We go racing around this way, you'll see on this other one that needs to be rebuilt anyway, that's a pent. So it just basically slopes down on the side like so, rather than it being an apex where it would come down here as well. Reason being is because up above us, if I take you up, you can see we've got the trees. I want to keep a bit of tree cover in there, and when the trees start to lose all of their leaves and I need to start sorting out the guttering, I want to be sorting it out at the front of the building rather than at the back of the building. Just makes everything a heck of a lot easier in my life. Right, this is not going to be a "this is how you build a shed" video, because I think they are very boring. You take this bit of wood and this screw and you screw them together. Yeah, so there's plenty of other people on YouTube who do that in that voice as well, that you will be able to go and watch, because I did. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and I'm going to start building my shed. You can see now that the ground's been cleared. We've actually moved the horse box out of the way. Well, just dragged it to there basically, just to give me that little bit of extra space to be able to lay everything out. And it looks huge. It looks absolutely huge. When I marked it out the first time, it didn't look quite as big as this. But now you've got the wood in there and everything, to me stood here, it looks absolutely massive. But that's good, because it's got to take all of our old shed and everything else, and I plan to put a brooder in there and a few other bits and pieces. So you can see it's held up on brick pillars that are just dry stacked. No need to do anything else. And this is just the base of it, the foundation. You can go on and build the whole shed in this type of wood, but for me personally, I just like to build, I am just going to build the foundation like this, and then just build everything else up on top of it in a slightly cheaper wood. That's probably the best way to put it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to move on with now. I'm going to start with the back, and we'll get those bits up, and then we'll do the sides, and we'll do the front, and then we can add on to the roof. Yeah, I think we can definitely say that it is bigger than what I thought it was actually going to be. A lot bigger. But this is the framing up now, so this is the bit that's going to hold it all together. And this is basically just later on the same day from where I'd done the floor bit. And I've been up here on my own. I've had to nip off and do the school run and a couple of other little jobs. But as you can see, it's coming along quite well. It's actually 2 meters tall at the front here, and it's 2.4 tall at the back. Should we go inside through what will be the door? I was contemplating putting the door in the middle, but then I thought if I put the door in the middle, I'm going to have the joint, let me scroll you down so you can see, I'm going to have the joint and the bricks right where the door is. So I've decided to just bring it over to here, and I can put some bricks underneath there at a later date, just to hold it all together. So yeah, so this will be the door. You'll walk in through the door, and then you'll probably have horsey stuff on the left, and then it'll be all of the chicken stuff over on the right. So in there, huge great area. I'm also going to build a brooder like what we had at the old place, and fingers crossed it's going to be solar powered as well. So lots to do. You can see I've had to trim back a few of the tree branches just to squeeze everything in, but everything's pretty much squeezed in and it's all looking pretty good. The sound you hear in the background is there's a tractor over in the other field. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Now to put on the cladding, put in the floor, put on the roof, and then we're just about done. And then I can move all of this rubbish that you can see everywhere, and I can get what needs to be inside, and everything left outside can just be used for whatever it's going to be used for. Right, I have reached that stage with the shed where I've been doing little bits and pieces on it, and then I've been having to go off and do other things, and I've been coming back and doing another little bit and then another little bit, and I just haven't been recording it. So I've just absolutely totally forgot to record some of the things that are going on, which I do apologise for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up the video now, even with the shed still half done, so as you can see roughly what's happening. So there's all this crap put up against it at the front, just ignore that. That's just wood that's been put there to move it out of the way. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get into a position so as I can stand up and I can show you the roof. Roof's up there. Right, I don't know if you saw that, but basically what happened was I put in the first layer of roofing felt, just there, you can see that's on there, and then there was a storm warning that came through, the first storm of the season that was going to be blowing through. So I was like, dang, what can I, well, I didn't say dang, I said something else. I was like, oh dear, what can I do? Hang on, actor. Ah, there we go, that offers a good vantage point. There we go. So I was like, dang, what can I do? And I decided to use some of the other corrugated stuff that was laying around, and I put that up on there, and I only put it up there as like a temporary thing. I've got other stuff that's going up there, roofing felt, but it actually worked really, really well. I was very surprised. I did have one minor leak inside, I will admit that. So yeah, I put that up on there. So what's left to do out here is I need to sort this all out properly, because you can see there's other bits and pieces in there, and then I need to run the gutter in straight down the front. That's the reason why it's got the pent roof, so it's only up at the one level like that, rather than an apex roof. It's a pent roof. So all of the water will come down this side, rainwater, that'll be collected, come along there in a gutter that will then come down and end up in that IBC, which is currently upside down, but it will be round the right way. But we will get to that when we get to it. So the most important bit has already started to be used. Let me just wake up the magical lighting elves, and we'll get them to give us some light in here. There we go. So you can see I haven't lined it yet. I haven't put in any kind of insulation, but because I've used the 50mm wood, I'll be able to just buy the 50mm insulation. You can see I've already put up some shelves, started using them for the eggs, and you can see I've split up drinkers and feeders, and there's a bit there for the horses if they want it, and there's some horsey rubbish down there as well. I think that's blankets and stuff like that. But I decided to put in a clear piece of the corrugated stuff just to give me a little bit of light coming in. And there's a few holes I need to sort out in the walls, a couple of other bits. But otherwise, other than that, the flooring is down, everything is done, and it is actually quite solid. I'm actually rather surprised. There is still a number of jobs left to do on it, but for just a place to be able to store stuff, I'm not going to live in it, I'm just going to store stuff in it. I want it to be rat proof. It's rat proof because of the rat proof fencing around the bottom, and because of the stuff we're doing inside of it. It works out incredibly well. You know, if I turn off the lighting pixies and put them away, this is the door. That's my door to it at the minute. Grand thing. It just fits in the hole, so it works out incredibly well. So yeah, that is my shed. Let's go around the back of it actually. Can't get around that side. We'll go around the other side. So yeah, that is basically the shed, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. I built it, so I'm quite pleased with that. And there you go, that's it from the back. It also looks like it's been here for years because I've used all of the old corrugated stuff. So leave me any comments you like down below. I know there's going to be the odd person who's going to say, oh, that looks rubbish. But yeah, I don't care. It's dry, it stores stuff, everything in there is safe and secure. And there'll be the odd person who'll go, oh, you should have done it this way. But yeah, I don't mind that. If you want to tell me the other way, how I ought to have done it, I don't mind at all. But otherwise, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. Little channels not like mine, we really do appreciate every single one of you who do hit the subscribe button, and it helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Helps us out even more if you also hit that like button and you leave a comment and you share us with your friends. That's right, you can share me with yourself and all of your friends. So thanks for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.